This morning we'll begin chapel with a speech by one of your peers, so please welcome Sijia.
I have never heard people express their anger to someone by saying, "I hate you, get out of my sight." As if you were whispering to a boyfriend or girlfriend, "I love you more than I could possibly say." Why do we shout at people to express our anger instead of whispering? Hi, I'm Sijia. I'm here today to talk about distance, sincerely. What do you know about distance? Is it the distance from your home to your favorite soccer game? Or the distance that drives you crazy in some particular math problems? In my eyes, distance is one of the world's wonders. It's not just about the distance in space. It is more about the distance between hearts. The distance between you and other people. We seldom talk about the distance that is intangible. And this is the distance dazzling everywhere in our life. The distance to your dreams, the distance to the great love in your life, and the distance between you and the Mr. Lovett. There are distances you will miss forever if you don't try to catch them. The distance to the opportunity offered you to speak in public, or the distance between you and the person you have been admiring secretly for a long, long time. Distance among people is really fascinating yet complicated. How to create and maintain the right distance is not an easy thing. Some people try so hard to shorten their distance to others, but people end up disliking them because they invade other people's comfort zone. Some people keep themselves so far away from others because they are afraid of being hurt. So they even decide not to communicate. They seem helpless. Back to what I said at the beginning. Why do we shout at people rather than whisper? Is there a connection between expressing our anger and maintaining the right distance? Well, think about this. Isn't it true that when we are angry, the distance between our hearts is so far that we have to shout in order to make ourselves heard? When we are shouting, we get angrier and angrier. The distance between our hearts gets greater and greater, so we shout louder and louder. But when we are talking to our boyfriend and girlfriend, our hearts are so close that there is any barely distance between. That is why we love whispering to our loved ones. And sometimes we don't even talk. A simple look is all it takes. So you know what? When we are arguing with people, don't say things that would make the distance greater. Let it cool off. After days, when the distance is not that far, then you will know what you should say and what you should do. We seldom care deeply for those people who are always by our side, until one day we suddenly realize they're already too far away. I remember when I was in China with my family, I was really fed up with my mom, who nagged me all the time. But now, after I took a flight over the Pacific, the distance between me and my mom turned from 0 to almost 7,000 miles overnight. And yet our hearts are closer than ever. Now I have to say, I really miss her nagging me. So sweet, isn't it? So how to create and maintain the right distance between you and other people? As Dale Carnegie wrote in his best-selling book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. When we are dealing with people, let us remember we are not dealing with creatures of logic. We are dealing with creatures of emotions. Creatures bristling with prejudices and motivated by pride and vanity. I'm not gonna add more on it because I actually don't believe it. Well, you guys are supposed to laugh. Anyway, but Mr. Walker does. Am I right, Mr. Walker? Well, let's just assume he does. Anyway, if you want to shorten your distance with such a cool person like Mr. Walker, then you should keep this in mind. When we are dealing with creatures of emotions, the point is to show our sincerity. It's to show other people we really care for them. We really enjoy listening to their stories, and we would like to share our own ones. By the way, I do believe it, and I think you all should. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujia.